Alright, so there's a saying that we have in Jamaica that I'm sure exists in some variation where you're from. And that saying is, you give a man an inch, he will take a mile. And I want to say that because, you remember that Prime, the day they kind of introduced Prime in the middle of the ring? That was a test to see how much public outcry or backlash would have happened. And since there was no major outcry or backlash from that, they saw it as the green light to bring in more forms of advertisement. And I'm saying that to say that, you see, this Prime the door that Prime kind of opened up, we're going to be heading towards something very, very soon. And what that is my friend, because I did make a joke about this in my last video, that we're kind of seeing now that the ring is kind of covered in multiple different ads, and we could be seeing more, because there are a couple spots left. I'm feeling like we're gonna be seeing something similar to this very soon, where every single square of the ring is gonna be having ads. But beyond that too, Slim Jim and WWE just signed a new deal, which you've seen the Slim Jim table be introduced. But I still think that this isn't even the worst part, because I think we're still gonna be seeing it go even further. Because, alright, I was on TikTok talking about a video. Well, not even talking about a video. I made a video a while back about WWE. I had a question that I wanted to ask: was WWE in trouble, or was WWE broke, as in debt? I asked that question around the 28th of June last year, and we're now at June 7, 2025, and we're getting closer to the answer, because it's being reported that TKO is in massive debt because of the WWE deal. That's one, and they're making some moves that some might call questionable. I wouldn't call it questionable. I'll call it best for their business. Because I even saw after scrolling a bit on TikTok, after making that post, I actually came across this here, which is a guy by the name of Theo Cells, right? He made a video saying that it's gonna get a lot worse, and I have to say that I agree, because here's the thing, right? There was this commercial that Jey Uso did recently. I think it was recently, where because he does have the championship here, and it should probably be a recent one. But we're probably gonna get to the point now where we see, like, just like how we had Brock Lesnar having like ads on his trunks and on his gloves also. He had, and his shoes also had like advertising. We're gonna probably be seeing where wrestlers too are gonna be slowly becoming billboards themselves, not just for the WWE Championship when they become champions, but for branding also. So Roman Reigns kinda already had his brand deal with the red shoes and all that, but we're gonna probably be seeing a lot more. Just like how you see Jey Uso here have his they call this the arm band thing. covered in Slim Jim and the gear matching. Yeah, we're going to see a lot more of that. You know, it actually reminds me of anime. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Anime called Tiger and Bunny, right? Just follow me here. So in this anime, a lot of the gears and everything that they have, it's pretty much plastered with advertising. So if you see, all right, let's see if we can maybe kind of zoom in a bit here. So you see like Lawson, you see Bandai, and different branding all around. We're gonna probably be seeing something similar to this happening over time, slowly becoming more and more fatiguing to the WWE audience. So pretty much in the anime, every hero is kind of covered by some kind of advertising. So you see I think this is Lawson here. You see another one down here. You see SoftBank. So yeah, we're gonna pretty much be seeing like Slim Jim, probably even like on maybe Randy Orton's trunks by next year, if TKO decides that's where, you know, they can make the most money. So yeah, let's look out for that. If you want more anime recommendations that you can watch that parallel what we're going to be seeing in the next couple of weeks or months or years, just let me know down below. And also too, since they're going to be advertising stuff that we really don't want to see, I'm going to advertise something that maybe you do want to see now. So I do have a couple of books that I've been working on since 2024 actually, and they've just now been published, and I'm still actually working on a different layer to this, in a way that I want to kind of bring back a lot of the stuff that WWE is missing now, in the storytelling, in the things that they've kind of taken for granted, and the things that they're kind of overcharging for now. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of taking what I believe to be some of the best elements in the storytelling. Alright, so Pin Me, Pay Me, a jobber story. So as a wrestling fan, you know what a jobber is. They're pretty much the guys that are mostly brought in as enhancement talent, not really ever given the spotlight. They kind of are there to help build other superstars, and then are kind of pushed to the side. And you know, you never really, maybe you'll see a true jobber appear like once every couple of months when they have maybe a heel that comes into the WWE and wants to be shown as being this big bad of big bads, or somebody that they want to show as having enormous power, right? So this is Pin Me, Pay Me, a jobber story, and it kind of takes a jobber and kind of expands on them, you know, kind of being wrestling fans, also the underdog that never really gets to shine in the spotlight, never really has the fans, never gets merch, never gets championships, but still has that love for the business, and maybe even has ambitions that may never get realized. So this is on Gumroad, and you can go ahead and check it out. It's pretty easy read. There's some twists and turns that are included also, and make it pretty interesting in my opinion. But yeah, it's a lot of what's kind of missing from WWE now with their storytelling and all that. So this is just one of three that are now on Gumroad that are wrestling related. So there's also Creative Control and the Ring General. So the Ring General, it is it's kind of focuses more on the referee story, another aspect of the wrestling business that's never really like a person in the wrestling business that's never really like given the spotlight, even though they're right there in every big payoff moment. You're gonna have a referee in the ring where it's ejecting the people that are coming to run interference, or there to make sure that the talent is okay. This kind of takes that dynamic and kind of flips it. So Benny, the guy that you see here on the on the cover, he kind of takes a different approach to it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's a pretty interesting take on that also. And this one here is creative control. So creative control is pretty much more looking at the production side with a mix of the on-screen theater of wrestling. So it's about a promotion that is sinking. It's called Mayhem Wrestling, and they're pretty much being forced to, well, the guy Gabe Malloy, who is in charge, who you see here in the poster, he is trying to save the promotion by being, the creative, and he has to put some things in place. Some characters have to get name changes, as what happened in WWE, but the approach that I kind of take to it is a bit different. So so if you're a wrestling fan, you'll love these stories. Yes, they're written, so if you're not one for reading, that could be a deal breaker for you. But I'll probably also put up the audio versions soon too, because I do have for the Jabba, for the Pin Me one here, I do actually have a couple episodes, like 2 episodes on the channel here too, on the channel. So I'm gonna have that. You can actually play that if you want to, and see if you're interested, and then you can go ahead and get the full book if you want to. All right. So yeah, but bigger things coming. This is just like to test if this is something that wrestling fans would be interested in. If not, the bigger plans may come to a screeching halt. But I actually have a couple of ideas beyond these that I'm gonna be exploring, probably on the channel too, so you can actually be a part of that process. But yeah, we're gonna just go ahead, check those out if you want to, and see you in the next video, I guess. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe next week, who knows. But yeah, maybe I'll make some on like R-Truth. I want to talk about why I think that he really got terminated, or well, not renewing his contract, whichever way you want to split it. We'll talk about that in a later time. All right, done yapping.